I don't know, do a chore for a few minutes. You'll have time. My cat Anya does silly zoomies like that too. Phoenix is like 16. So what he does is he has like, I call it like his like, I don't know, old man kind of behavior, like a senile kind of like moment. He just kind of like goes for a walk through the house, but he'll do it over and over and over and over again. If you confine him to a room, he'll just walk circles around the room at night. He does it all the time. I just consider it he's got like some kind of like elderly thing going on. But if he can patrol, or like if the link can get stopped, like if for instance like I stop and like play with him or something like that, or if I cuddle him, or I sit in a spot where he wants to lay on me, he'll stop doing it immediately. But like that also depends on like the temperature as well. If it's too cold, he'll get up. I think it maybe keeps him warm. If it's too hot, he'll just fully pass out and sleep like really solidly. But yeah, I don't know. It's just weird things that cats do as they grow older. I kind of feel like, you know. Is it given pets? Nah, I saw that. So I don't even have art background, so I feel disadvantaged. But without the sub, I can't even save the progress after a certain level. Yeah, I didn't even think about like the not being able to save it aspect, but I know that without having the sub, it does limit a lot of what you can do with it. I also know we probably just got the ads and stuff, so if there's anything you guys didn't catch or missed, I'll just repeat it later. Pizza cravings are getting out of control. Go eat. Go eat. I'd love a fresh pizza. The frozen pizzas here cost basically almost the same as cooked pizza, right? But sometimes they're slightly cheaper. But I normally just have like a frozen pizza, like a bit of extra cheese and spices and shit put on it. And yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like had like the mental image of like a freshly cooked pizza with the sizzling cheese and stuff on it, you know? I kind of hope that they bring this stuff inside. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the fact that at least when it comes to like making a frozen pizza at home, you can kind of just like throw whatever kind of extra seasonings or toppings and shit. Mind you, that also means having the toppings at home and stuff, but it is nice, you know. The only problem is I've had a couple of times where I've been like really distracted while I'm doing something and I forgot that the pizza is cooking, and then I come out and it's like a brick and I'm like just sad because it's the only like food that I've got for that particular meal or that day or something like that, and I'm just sitting there like I gotta eat this like toasted brick, you know, and no sauce in the world could like help soften it. Can't haul empty accessible, configure to spot it. Yeah, it is, but you know, I don't know. I can't really like complain, I guess. Like, streaming is my full-time job. Streaming and content creating is my full-time job. I enjoy what I do, and I'd much rather be doing this than, you know, working my ass off for a company that's just like, I don't know, doesn't value appreciate me or something like that. I'm just done with that kind of shit at this age, I think, by this point in my life. And yeah, I think I'd rather be a little hungry and like do what I enjoy than, I don't know, I guess work for somebody else and have the money and be unhappy, I guess. I don't know how best to put it, because I know there's a lot of people that are in a situation where they do a job that they don't like and they don't have a choice and stuff. But yeah, I made a choice. I made a choice to do this, and I do enjoy it. I do enjoy just getting to like hang out and chat with you guys, and I'm learning like so many weird new skills. Like I said, like the video editing, the how to make a PNG YouTuber, how to make like stuff happen in stream, how to make a live 2D avatar. Like there's so much crap, like even like figuring out how to make like the community Discord and crap like that, you know. All the stuff I put into that is just, it's wild to think that like I took the time to like learn how to do this shit, you know. Hey Andre, I see you eating popcorn. My job left a month ago. Just treated me as a spare, like 1 shift a week, plus I'll call you if someone calls in sick, so I get it. Yeah, I've had a couple of jobs where I've worked my absolute arse off, and I've actually made the place so efficient that I've worked myself out of a job, as well as like I've also had places that are just like, I don't know, come under new management and been like, I don't understand what you do, but like I figure if I don't understand what you do, we probably don't need you, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm very tired of being like used in a sense, kind of thing, used and not appreciated and crap. And like I don't expect anybody to be in here like patting me on the back and going, good job, and stuff like that, but I definitely do. I don't know, I enjoy doing this far more, you know. I just like the fact that, like, I don't know, I'm doing something I enjoy. I'm doing something that, like, merges all my various, like, creative pasts and hobbies and talents and shit together. And I get to, like, meet and talk to, like, a whole bunch of very interesting people and do some really crazy shit with some of my games, which I probably never would have gone to the extreme of if I wasn't streaming. So I'm getting to experience like a whole bunch of stuff in that way too, which is pretty cool, you know. But yeah, I kind of wish that some places would start treating people a bit better and understand that, like, you know, the employees actually matter, are people, you know. I think that's the biggest one is I'd really like a few companies out there in the world to kind of get the idea that when they hire a person, yes, the person is hired to do a job, but they're a person, you know? They're not just some kind of automated being that got put into the position and will only do that and never have any, like, things impact them in any way, you know? I'd also like to be a full-time streamer, but I need to provide for my family. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. I have a lot of medical conditions and old injuries and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, if I was working in like various places, like there's limitations and stuff. I don't know what you were coming down here for then, mate. Yeah, I have like limitations and shit in some ways that I don't know, make like starting in places a pain in the ass. And yeah, I definitely wasn't enjoying the hunt for jobs back before it got even shittier than it is now. We should have the space for the storage. I was moving something around a moment ago and it was saying that I couldn't do it because we didn't have the storage, but it should be resolved now. I'm just not 100% sure what the thing was. I know it was food related. I think it was the chocolate that we were moving in and around. But yeah, Alligator lived, by the way. He got his health. Also, yeah, no, they're on their way. I was just realizing, I'm like, if we took the prisoners, wherever the fuck they are, should be at the bottom of this. They should be getting tended to. Yeah, they got tended to. That's fine. They'll be right. I just thought I'd quickly check that because I'm like, I kind of forgot that I picked up prisoners. But I guess we got 2 more prisoners, which means we're at 299 people if you count them before they've been simulated or whatever, you know. All we need is like 1 more person and then bam, we'll be back at fucking 300. It'd be nuts. I kind of feel like once we hit like 300, I sort of don't really want it to be going higher than that. I'm okay with it somewhere between like the, I don't know, this 270, the 297 odd to like the 300 odd. Like this kind of like wiggle area is great. I just need to move my people in here and then get the goddamn like animals culled. Because like when we started tonight, just as a heads up, I don't think I've culled my animals off more tonight yet. but we started with like 846 animals when I started stream. Fuck knows how many I've got now. Because like a good number of them's here. Like I can only ever select 200 at a time. So, well, like I've got 87 cows. Hold on. What's the biggest number of animals I've got over here? Got like 73 chickens and ducks and stuff again. 63 cows. Oh, there'd actually be more because they're pregnant and stuff. True. I guess the cows have got to be probably the biggest group we've got at the moment. But yeah, at least we're getting some food and shit. I see you, Fox. Hold on. I'm going to go hunt. Haven't done hunting here for a bit. Haven't done hunting here for like a hot minute, actually. Which is kind of nice because we don't usually get a lot of animals during winter. We'll take that guinea pig. I did get a couple of guinea pigs die. They, I'm mostly using them for the pelts because their pelts are really expensive. And they're not like a super big creature, so they're not using like a shit ton of resources. I don't really need mufflos, but I could do with some furs. There's a mostly female group of mufflos. Surprisingly. Where are they? I could pretty much bet anything. This group are gonna friggin' attack us. When we attack them, they'll probably attack as a group. I'm trying to get like surplus resources here to kind of buff out the food that we need because we've had like 3 starvation events here and we were getting really close to one with the animals. We lost like probably about 100 animals to them having not planted out the crops and stuff, but it looks like they've done a really good job planting out the majority of the fields. I haven't still got stuff down here. I'm trying to let that grow just grass so that my people don't have to maintain as much of an area, but it's still a fair bit of work. Also, my caravan isn't back yet. My caravan here is getting there. I've got caravans all over the place. I've got this one that's going over there, which I think has got like mostly steel. Yeah, that one's got mostly steel. I've got the caravan that's coming back with like a shit ton of wood to make chem fuel. I've got the caravan coming back now with more prisoners. I don't think we have... Oh no, we got the new prisoners here at the moment. I guess we're going to end up with 5 prisoners here. Normally when we get more than 4 prisoners, I start getting like jailbreaks and stuff like that, unfortunately. Successfully tamed Boomlope. Good. It's now called Boomlope 21. I don't know what we're up to with like the cat supply, but I think we're in like the thousands. Possibly. I know we're in the thousands of like another animal. Panthers are in the low numbers. They're still in the 300s. Rumbos are still low. I have a shit ton of animals. This group's only got like the 21. What's the other group got? I have a lot of chickens and stuff. A lot of ducks. The ducks are in the thousands. The sheep are still in the hundreds. The panthers here, we lost a lot of panthers. So I have a lot of like panthers and thrumbos and stuff like that that I use for fighting and hauling. And I use a lot of my hauling animals for the purpose of my people not having to waste the time going around and picking up stuff themselves, right? And it's typically really great, except for when we have like a whole bunch of raids and I lose a shit ton of them. That doesn't surprise me. What was that? Corpsey mate. Is it the only one that's shitty? Looks like it's the only one that's shitty. Sue might have a gun. No, they got a sword. If it's gonna blow up when we hit it, isn't it? Hold on. I don't think we can get to you, but... Get you the fuck out of there. Let's get Sue to move up as well. Because if you go down, I want Sue to still be in the area to try to rescue you. If you can get over the fence, it's probably not going to get over it easily. Come on, mate, you can do it. Corpse is one of my originals as well. I've got 21 original people and a few animals and stuff that I would really like to see get to the landed ship quest and actually get off the world. Can it not cross it? Oh, it's gonna fight it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Stand there. You can fight it. Okay, Sue, I don't need you in this battle. If any of these can get down here and help. I don't want that wall to go. because that's going to let all my animals do what they do. Set you back onto hunt. I'm trying to get boom lopes too for the chem fuel. I'm trying to send a whole bunch of my... Oh, it's open. I'm trying to send a whole bunch of supplies via the transport pods from Dryden to here. Okay, that was really lucky, guys. Let's get you guys back to where you are, and I'm going to need somebody that's over near the storage to go fix that. Nina could probably do it, but Nina's a little slow walking. Chimpanzee's here. Chimpanzee, mate. I don't know if we got the blocks for this. Actually, that's a really good point. Can you get out of the way, Jet? Yeah. Go work on the fence, like, ASAP. Because all my animals are going to get roped up, and they're probably going to get hitched up on top of, like, where the food is. Also, why is this still here? Mate, Dodsworth. Dodsworth, busy. Camaro, mate, can you haul that in? I thought we brought all the, thrombos in for peeling. Maybe not. We've got 3 of them in. Yeah. Yeah, no, we brought 3 in. That's fine. The kitchen is still, like, a mess at this point. It's not just, like, it's dirty mess. It's also just, like, visually a mess. We're working on it. I will hydrate, Lee. Hold on. Actually sitting up real straight at the moment still, Lee. I've been pretty good with the posture tonight, surprisingly. Like, it's kind of funny. I'm tired, so I kind of feel like my whole body feels like it's sitting heavy on myself, but I'm sitting really up straight. So I don't know. Like, I just feel like maybe I'm not, like, holding some, like, body muscles in spots that are supposed to be supporting other areas, and that's why it, like, feels heavier. I don't know. I also want to put a couple of statues in here, and I got to finish doing the floor in this area. I've actually had to do a fair bit of manual building stuff throughout Minwick. Mostly, I've got a lot of stuff I've got to make, like a lot more stuff than I've had to make at either of my places before. But I also need some of this stuff made like ASAP kind of thing. Like Trina's in here building. He's doing a great job. But if I could get you to just take out the wall when you've got like 5 minutes, mate. What are you going off to? You're going off to deconstruct something else. Oh, he's going off to build marble wall. That's fine. I love this cat's just following. Which one are you? 12. All right. Yeah, I've got one legacy cat, Xena. We had Xena and we had Zeke when we started, and I think Zeke had a heart attack in transit but when we emergency evacuated, and I think my colonists ate him, which was really unfortunate because if the caravan had just had a little bit of food, they wouldn't have done that at all. It would have at least brought him over and we could have used a Resurrector Mech serum, or we could have healed him or something like that. Well, I guess you can't heal them once they're dead, but I could have tried to have done stuff. But yeah, it was a very unfortunate situation, which, by the way, have they made the advanced component? Not yet. We need only one advanced component, and then I can find out where all my shit is buried, possibly. I think I need a few components for that. I need one of you guys to prioritize an advanced component over... Let's make it on this one, because everybody else is currently working on the other ones. I can see you coming up here, Cadam. Can I get you? I don't know if he's going to make a bionic eye. Okay. Well, he was going to do that. Can I get you? I guess I can't force you to work at this, but it'd be really good if one of you can just do an advanced component, because then we can get the... I want to get... There's a shit ton of resources underneath this whole area. And we had ground penetrating scanners that kind of showed us where it was. And I don't know if I put down another one, because I lifted them all up and it doesn't show me where they are now. I don't know if I put down another one, if it's just going to show them all immediately. But I want to find out, because if I can't, I want to just scrap the digging. If I can't find stuff, I'll scrap the digging and I'll just focus on getting everything that's already here gone. But if I can... If it's possible that I can get the resources, I'll lift up as much as I can, and then I'll try to like get the wealth here before we go, kind of thing. Because there was a lot of gold and jade, and I already got a lot of the steel. As you guys can see, we've got like the 56,000 steel. So we're kind of good for steel. It looks like they're doing the chem fuel really nicely because all of these are full, which means I can start throwing more steel over any moment now. I might do that actually. Since they're all full, it'd be kind of cool to send them all at once actually. Okay, what I want, I don't want to send the food, I don't want to send the components. We do need more nutrient stuff. We can't make more medicine. I've passed it up twice, getting like 200 or 300 of that, and realistically I shouldn't have, but we couldn't afford it. I also want to send slate blocks as well, so we'll send some steel and slate blocks. I'm just going to pack up all the transport pods, and I'm going to send whatever resources we've got so we can keep building as efficiently as we can. I also need to call in a trader, actually, now that I think about it. I'll do that in a minute. Somebody remind me, please, to call in a trader in a couple of minutes. Because the traders won't come for a while, but I want to make sure that these are all set to pack if I can first. Also, we have like a shit ton of silver over at the other location as well, and I want to try to accumulate some gold. I also sent a whole bunch of clothing earlier yesterday, and it just exploded into like a large area, so we're trying to get all that shit inside the storage at the moment over there. I also have got the tables as well. We'll do one care package of tables and the statues and the chairs and some possible beds as well. And once I know what I've got packed away, I'll start filling it with more stuff. Some more steel, because I got a shit ton of steel to get over there. Like, I can send a few caravans, but I can only really send like about 5,000 or so steel at a time. Whereas I can send like 300 odd over via the pods, but also the slate blocks as well. Like, my people got in earlier tonight and they made like a bunch of marble blocks, which allowed us to build quite a substantial amount of the colony up over there, which means we should have a grow room. We should have the hospital, a hospital. We should have the kitchen, and the storage should be fixed up. I just gotta fix up some of the layout with the storage and stuff. But I've still got like a heap of the pens to make, which I don't have slate blocks over there natively, I don't think. So I've been sending them because I have them over here, and I need my people to stop mining that shit. But I also have a shit ton of beds too to send too. That's a good point. Do I have any really good ones? I got a masterwork one. I got 3 of them. We can send that. That's going to pack out another set of bed areas. That one's not filled. I'm trying to get a lot of the resources just sent over because, like, I can build it, but I already made a lot of really good quality stuff, and I kind of figure like anything that's like not the greatest quality, I'll just sell. I'll call in traders and I'll sell that shit if I can. I don't want to send the EMP blaster stuff. I do want to send a pack of jade. It's just another set of resources. I don't want to send more food over. Honestly, Minwick has a really stupidly large quantity of food, which is great. I'll come back up to this like square circle thing we've got going up in here in a moment. I'll just get more blocks sent over. Get this last one set up. We're going to have a shit ton of resources. I'd love to like send them all at about the same time, but they're not going to pack up at the same time. All right, let's get somebody called in. Let's go find somebody that can do really high wardening. Because I sent Johnson over. What do? You do 13. I'll tell you what, it's having a fucking minute with the rain though. I'm noticing that. I'm like, damn, this rain is like making it struggle a little bit. Okay, who do we want? We want exotic goods and we want shaman traders. Okay, so we want to call in you And purple is allied with green and blue. So we'll call in green. I kind of want to do this at both locations, actually. We'll get you to call them afterwards. And we're going to do it over here too. We're going to have a lot of traders. I want to get probably Corpsey for this, but Corpsey will be injured. So he's not the best person to call from, which means we want Johnson instead. Johnson's still out here doing the chocolate. Nope, he's hunting a muffalo. Mate, I got a job for you. Can I get you to call them? Pretty sure I can call them at both locations without them having an issue. We're going to find out. Alright. Just want to save that as well. I haven't saved for a bit. So, what else have we done? We've made some beds, we're making some biofuel, although we're running out of wood at Dryden. We've made some stone blocks where we haven't transported some miners back, but I need to see if that's even valid first. The crop room. Crop room looks like it's closed. Brother, mate, what are you in here doing? You're cleaning trash. Can you disassemble stuff? You can't. Okay. Is there anybody else in the area that can? I also need to let my animals back out into the paddock once they're good. I don't think Pumpkin can, but I gotta find somebody. Somebody that can do something. It's not you. What about Chicken? Yeah, you. Okay. This is also not helping us as well. Whenever we have thousands of crops outside, this is when we actually get everything slowed down. And I've got thousands of crops outside, as well as like a whole bunch of like clothing and crap on the ground. So we're trying to get that shit into storage. And I'm trying to make sure I've got enough storage for it as well. I don't think I've got enough storage because this is already pretty well packed up. I may have to, if I can get one person in here just to move all these shelves over, we will have a whole shit ton of extra room. Falcon, what are you off to do? You're refueling a campfire. When you come back, can I get you to just do a bunch of deliveries, and that way I can get a storage room in here active? No, I want you to keep moving stuff. Because then I can put storage down on the floor, which I can't currently do because they're all too close together. And like this, I need this to get wider. Basically, like I could move it and we could have it along the back bit, but it would probably change what they have in here. Some of these also aren't linked as well, which is not great. But yeah, pretty much whenever I have a huge harvest, we have an issue with everything slows down. So yeah, I think I've got crops at both locations, and I think I've got stuff at both locations, and I don't know if I could get somebody to bring all this shit inside, and all my animals are currently hitched up. I don't think any of my panthers and shit would be hitched up. Can I get a bulk goods trader? That wasn't the one I wanted. That's fine. We can get a bulk goods, and we can disconnect from that. And I want bulk goods and a shaman trader. Okay. And we'll wait a bit longer. I'll get another one in a moment that will be called in because Johnson hasn't got there yet. All right. Yeah, I've got probably the most of everything at the moment. I have a shit ton of animals. I have a lot of my crops are planted. We have rain. We have crops that are just down and out on the ground here. And it's all compiling once. This is like... Oh, did we end up getting what's in the door? I saw that just as that happened. Did you shoot them? I literally just saw this thing being blue. And then it fucking blew up. Anyway. Okay, so you can't request it from 2 different locations at once. It's really interesting. Okay, that's fine though. Because I'll get you to call... I know these 2 are not allies. So we'll get an exotic goods trader. And then in a little while, I'll have to get you to call Yellow? Yeah, yellow. Actually, I called in the enemy of fucking Finbar